universe does that to a guy?
The whole infinite universe. The infinite suns. The infinite distances between them. And yourself, an invisible dot on an invisible dot. Infinite bliss. Infinite bliss.
My name is Gene Reynolds, and I'm currently the only crew member aboard the cargo ship Rydeen.
Infinite bliss. Infinite bliss. Infinite bliss.
We docked with an automatic refueling station, which turned out to be some kind of trap. The station exploded, disabling the ship and killing all but one of the crew.
An invisible dot on an invisible dot.
First priority is to get the sensors back online. The door is jammed. Cargo bay.
An invisible dot on an invisible dot.
I'm in the med bay. I don't know if there's a hull breach, so this is either my final log entry or I'm about to be horribly embarrassed. See you on the other side. In the meantime, I guess here I am, floating in a tin can. So that wasn't my last log, which is somewhat embarrassing. I'd rather be embarrassed than, dead. We have sensors now, mostly. The navigation computer was damaged beyond repair, but everything else I managed to get working again. So I know what's inside and outside the ship. I just have no way of knowing where in the universe I am. It's a minor problem. Oh, also, computer, adjust life support to follow my signal. The news that is both good and bad is that because the sensors are working, I can see what needs doing on the ship. The fuel cells are completely gone, meaning I'm not going anywhere fast. It seems the explosion took out the fuel cells, overloaded the majority of the electronics, and burned through all the center aft sections from the fuel bay to the mess. Just from looking at the readouts, I have a better idea of what happened. So, I guess, for the record, this is what happened to the Rydeen. Captain Jem Prunty, Chief Engineer Tasha Lavar, and Engineer Simon Laurie. We approached the station, believing it to be a regular automatic refueling outpost. I did the relevant checks. We are ready to begin docking if you are, guys.
I'm in the fuel bay.
Ready when you are, Gene.
We initiated standard docking procedure. Captain.
Very good. Begin docking procedure.
Aye, Captain. Came in Bringing steadily. Sai, how's our approach? Procedure-wise, everything went
Locating with the
smoothly.
station. Coming in a little fast. Conjecture
Tash?
extending.
I'm on it. Reducing
Connecting
power,
in 3,
prepping engines for
2,
refuel.
All stop. We're in.
Fuel injector connected.
Docking procedure complete, Captain.
Very good, everyone.
Once we'd docked with the station, something seemed a little bit odd.
Everything okay?
Yeah, it's just,
I'd
figured it was just an old outpost.
Usually with refueling stations you get a guide signal to help you in, but I wasn't really getting anything.
And
Captain, we
that's
have a
when
problem.
things started to go wrong.
Jen, the station's been tampered with. The fuel cells are being overloaded. Can you stop it?
We'll try. I reckon we've got about 10 minutes before we go critical.
I'm on my way.
I wanted to go.
No. We may need to leave in a hurry. Stay on the bridge.
So Captain Prunty headed for the fuel bay while I stayed on the bridge. All I could really do was continue to monitor the station.
Gene, were there any discrepancies on the sensor scan?
I mean, I wasn't getting
I
much of a
explained
guide
the
signal,
lack of a
but
guide
I just
signal.
assumed it was an old station.
You didn't think to report that before we started docking?
I just thought...
Now's not the time for this discussion. Sai, I need you back in engineering. You and Gene keep the engines hot. We may need to make a break for it.
I'm on my way.
Assuming we get out of this alive, we can ascertain blame later.
Encouraging.
Gene.
Sorry, continuing to monitor.
Gene, are you getting any more readings from the station?
Only usual refueling activity, though.
Everything seemed to be running over capacity. The readings were all quite high.
Any chance of cascade failure?
I wouldn't rule it out at this point.
We were running out of time. Fuel was still being pumped into the bays and the docking clamps had jammed themselves.
Sai, how much fuel have we got in the engines?
15%. I haven't loaded anything new in.
Tasha's plan was to burn out the fuel in the engines in one burst and then simultaneously jettison the fuel pods. It sounded risky.
I'll take whiskey over dead.
We'll have more of a chance out in space than being strapped to a bomb. Sai, Jean, prepare for an afterburn boost. Tash, you're with me, prepare to jettison the fuel pods.
I had never done an afterburn jump before. I programmed one into a simulation once and was told it was illegal and highly dangerous, but under the circumstances.
Jean, Sai, we're ready to eject the fuel pods, prepare for jump.
You might want to hold on to something.
Captain, I'm detecting a massive surge throughout the station.
Tash, jettison the fuel pods. Afterburn jump. Now.
The station exploded, creating a hull breach in the fuel section as the detached fuel pods overloaded and detonated. The captain and Tash, the chief engineer, were sucked out into space. The engines, their cycle interrupted, also overloaded and burned out. And I think that's what killed Sai. The explosion rocked the ship and knocked me out, and now I'm here. I don't quite think I've processed it yet. There was the initial shock, but Captain Prunty's training and everything I learned at the academy kicked in, and in my head I thought there's a problem with the ship and it needs to be fixed. I think that's all I can keep doing, I guess. Just keep working on getting out of here. Everything else can wait. Computer, begin regular external scans every 2 minutes. Alert me if any ships are detected. That should give me a bit of warning. Right. Computer, ship-wide readout, interior and exterior. Yes, good. That still works. Hang on a minute. That's... how it... Computer, rescan the pod bay. Computer, scan pod bay 5 for physical objects. Where is... Computer, scan external region 1. Region 2? What? There's a small anomaly in the scans. There's an escape pod missing. But there's nothing in the immediate area around the ship to suggest it was blown loose in the explosion. I don't know if it's a sensor malfunction. It shouldn't be a sensor malfunction, but the only other option is that it was jettisoned, which is impossible, I think. It is impossible. Must be a sensor malfunction. Computer, run a diagnostic on the internal sensors. I thought I'd fully fixed the relay. Guess Tash was right, you can never completely fix anything. No malfunction. I guess I'm gonna have to go down there. Computer, adjust. Oh wait. Never mind. Could someone have survived? Maybe they'd worked out the possibility that it wouldn't work and had secretly prepared the escape pod. I mean, if they were doing that, they wouldn't have told me. The bridge is too far away from the pod bay. Maybe they knew I'd survive. At the very least, they'd know I'd have a better chance of surviving the blast. I didn't hear Tash say anything while we were preparing to jump. Maybe she was in the pod bay. Maybe she made it out. If she made it out, she could be using the pod's thrusters to make it back to the ship. Then she could help get the Rydeen moving again. Wow. The mess is a mess. I'll need to get this cleaned up. It's entirely possible that Tash made it out, and she's on her way back now, and we can both get out of here. The pod's still here. Well, half of it is. It would appear the blast loosened the launch mechanism and took half of one of the pods in the explosion. So the sensors thought it was rubble from the station and thought the pod had launched. They're gone. They're just gone.
In that episode of Tin Can, Elizabeth Clutterbuck played Captain Prunty, Rowan Birkett played Tash, and Roger Best played Cy. Tin Can is created by David Devereux. Thank you for listening.